Hello everybody, Jake your resident content cowboy here. Yeehaw, and it's Monday. On Mondays, we do tier lists, and on Wednesdays, we wear pink.
So don't try to act so innocent. You can take that fake apology and shove it right up your hairy...
And that's how Regina George died.
Today, I wanted to take a little time to talk about the second anniversary of the game coming up and all of the things that we can be excited for, looking forward to the future of Pokemon Unite, because there's a lot of cool stuff on the horizon, so that's what we're going to be talking about here today. Our tiers, the S tier, the A tier, the B tier. We still have the B tier. Disgusting. Still got the B tier, our C tier, and our Decidueye Memorial tier. So I'm going to be talking to you about a lot of the things we know, a lot of the things we don't know, what I'm excited about, what I'm not so excited about, and what the future looks like for the game. Let's hop right into it with something I'm very excited about. For me, this is a top tier love. This is the new map for Pokemon Unite. This is Panic Parade, the tower defense mode. I'm extremely excited about this mode. I just like that they're trying new things in Unite in general, but this is a really cool thing for me. I love Tower D. I want to see how they do it in Unite. If done well, this could be a mode that a lot of people come back to and play. And in general, I think keeping the game exciting with different things like this, especially, Pokemon that maybe aren't as viable in ranked, but can shine a little bit in these modes is really cool. For instance, Razor Leaf Decidueye doesn't do amazing in a lot of your ranked games, but in a mode like this could be really incredible. There are lots of examples of Pokemon like that, so I love to see something like this added to the game, and I'm a huge Tower D fan. So for me, that is S tier excitement level for something coming to the game. There are going to be new Pokemon coming to the game, but let's talk about one that I have to put firmly in the B tier, and that's Mewtwo. I'm excited about Mewtwo. I think it is a great addition to Pokemon Unite. Obviously, we knew Mewtwo at some point was going to hit the game. The question is, how devastating is this going to be for the future of Pokemon Unite? Mewtwo is incredibly powerful, so of course I am a little worried when I see this Pokemon, but at the same time, Mewtwo is incredibly popular, and we want more people playing Pokemon Unite. You want a lot of people who have not picked up the game yet to go, oh wow, I can get Mewtwo for free if I log in and start playing. I should do that. So overall, I think this is great for the game. I'm worried, however, about the balance, which is why I have to sit it directly in that B tier. I don't know where this Pokemon's going to be. No question, this thing is going to be extremely powerful. Really powerful. Will it be Zacian powerful? I don't know. Will it be as powerful as Zacian is right now? Because that is something that you can deal with. Will it be as powerful as Zacian was back when Zacian released? That would be a very scary world indeed. We're just going to have to wait to find out. Speaking of power levels and things like that, balance is something I'm always excited for, and I know we have a new balance patch coming up. Zeraora is looking to be pretty powerful. Mamoswine getting some nice buffs. Some nerfs on Pokemon that need it, like Umbreon and Zoroark. Overall, the new patch coming up looks to be very good for the state of the game. We're just going to have to see when they release it. I think it actually could happen today by the time you're seeing this video. I think it could happen at night, basically. They have a weird update time scheduled. So the balance could come actually sooner than I expect. I would really love to see it, and I would love to see them balance the game more. We're moving into the off season of the competitive side of Pokemon Unite, and I think with the off season here, I think they should balance the game more aggressively because they don't have to worry about tournaments and things like that. So I'm very excited for them to start messing with the balance of the game more when the off season from the competitive side picks up here a little bit. This is something that I have to put into our C tier, and I don't know exactly what happened to this, but I would love to see it. I'm just kind of confused at this point. So this is like a little special gift representation of the gifting system inside Unite. So a while back, there was talk that there was going to be a system inside Unite where you could gift other people, Pokemon or things like that inside the game. You could gift them Holoware. So far, we have not seen that make its way to Pokemon Unite, but I would really like to see a system like this. I'm just starting to wonder if they're having issues with it in general, and we may not see this system hit the game. I would love to see it, but I'm just starting to think, maybe this is a little too out there and they were trying to make it work, but something with mobile devices and different currencies and all this, they just weren't able to find a way to make this system work. So I'm excited about it, but I'm a little like, we'll see. Something I'm medium excited about as well is rebalancing of existing items. It's not that I'm not excited for this to happen, it's just that it's very few and far between that they rebalance existing items. I have the Drain Crown on here specifically because I think it would be a good item for them to head into the game and rebalance a little bit. There are a few like this. Rocky Helmet, Drain Crown, even Assault Vest could use some tuning up just to make it more viable compared to a lot of the other options inside the game. And then of course you could tone some things down, like a Slick Spoon, obviously, that has completely changed the meta of Pokemon Unite. So I would like to see this, but it also is something that they do very infrequently. I think maybe once or twice a year we see item balancing, so I'm not really holding my breath for them to balance the items inside of Pokemon Unite. Something I know is coming and I'm very excited about, and I think it's been too long coming at this point. I'm going to put it into my A tier, are Paldean Pokemons hitting Pokemon Unite. I think Pokemon Unite should be releasing Pokemon, of course, that people are excited about, like Mewtwo and things like that, but they should also be releasing things that are current and exciting in the world of Pokemon, and I think not having Gen 9 representation would be a big mistake. We have Gen 9 DLC coming out. It would make sense to me to have some sort of Gen 9 representation in the game in general, and I don't see why we wouldn't sort of, as a game, if I'm in the marketing department for this or whatever, I am saying without question, I want a Paldean Pokemon in the game, you know, as soon as we can after Gen 9 releases. We know it's coming. We see them putting Gen 9 Pokemon in the game, Tinkaton, Bellabolt, so we know that these things are making their way to the game. The question is, when are we going to see playable characters and what are they going to be? Our next that I would like to talk about is something I'm very excited about. I don't know when or if it's coming. I'm going to put it up into my S tier along with this other map, is a new map for Pokemon Unite. Thea Sky Ruins was huge for Pokemon Unite. This was a massive change for the game. Overall, even though some of the maybe more competitive changes have been shaved back down to feel more like Zapdos than the map did when it released, without question, Mew and Thea Sky Ruins was massive for Unite, and I would love to see the same thing happen again here for Year 3. New map, Paldean Pokemon on it, new things in the center, Mewtwo hits the game. I mean, that is so freaking hype if all of those things are happening right now. Is it true that we're going to see a new map? I don't know. We don't have any information on it. However, I think it's likely that we see something this year. I don't know if it's going to hit in time for anniversary. So there are kind of two anniversary times that you'll notice within the game. There's the anniversary of when it hit Switch, and then there's kind of the second anniversary of when it hit mobile. I'm wondering if maybe we see something around the mobile time, because if I recall correctly, which, you know, you just hit the down button on your controller, but if I recall correctly, I think that the map happened after the changeover, the year changeover in Pokemon Unite. I think it happened closer to the mobile release anniversary. So I'm wondering if we see something about a new map around that time. And speaking of new maps, something to always be excited about are new items. We have the Cursed Bangle and Cursed Incense, I believe, are both sort of found in the files coming to Pokemon Unite. Items are always a huge game changer meta-wise, so I would love to see something like that make its way to the game. I don't know when they're going to be dropping, but you could definitely see something like that soon. We have not yet seen them on the public test server, but that doesn't mean they couldn't just jump into the game right away. Obviously, we could also see them hit the test server soon, and we can get an idea of what these items are going to look like inside of a game. But new items for Unite, without question, would be exciting and a very, very good change for the game. This is sort of mid for me. I like it. I know not a lot of people are as excited about it because of the cost factor, which I totally understand. But I think some of the hollowware that they release in the game is just so unbelievably good. They're getting better and better and better at it. I hate to admit it, but the Zacian Battle Pass looks sick. It's a good looking Battle Pass. I don't love Zacian, but I mean, that's an awesome looking Battle Pass. I hope they continue to keep the quality of their Battle Passes very, very high, and I hope they continue to bring some cool holoware to the game, even though I know it's not the most exciting thing for a ton of players. This is another one that I'm pretty excited about, and that's new items hitting Pokemon Unite, new battle items. What I have here is the Fury Ether. This is not going to be into the ranked mode, I don't think. This is specifically for Panic Parade, which is such a bizarre name, the tower defense mode of the game. But in general, like Shedinjadal, I loved it hitting the game. I would love to see more changes like that, more options, and even rebalancing some of the battle items that really don't get a lot of play. X Attack, Goal Getter to a lesser extent, because that kind of is doing its job, even though it doesn't get a ton of play. Slow Smoke, even though we all remember the Slow Smoke meta. And of course, oh, what's it? Why am I blanking on the name of the other one right now? Oh my gosh, I can't even remember its name. And it's an item that I actually love. You just can't use it on too many Pokemon. Hold on, how can I not remember the name of this item? Fluffy Tail. Oh my gosh. I need a little more energy drink. I need to give myself more energy, clearly. I don't have enough if I can't remember what a Fluffy Tail is. Okay. I threw this holoware up there with the Battle Pass. This is just talking about Battle Pass as well. So I'm going to throw it in there. I think for me, they're really exciting parts of the game, but I know some people are not as excited about them. This, however, would be amazing. I'm going to put this in our S tier. So we talked about it before, draft coming to Pokemon Unite. Now I think the next phase of this whole thing is draft coming to the ranked mode of Pokemon Unite. It would really make metas that are sort of not so miserable, and I think it would be amazing for most players. I think most players would love in ranked mode, not right away. Just once you hit Master Rank, you know what? You can even hold it till you hit 1600 in Master Rank. I'm fine with that. But once you sort of get into the most serious competitive version of the game through its ranked system, I would love it if that was accompanied by a draft mode. And I think every player playing at that top rank, for the most part, would be totally cool with it. You'd see a lot of games where Umbreon or something like that was banned out, and it wouldn't feel... I don't know, it wouldn't feel as rough. One thing that would be hard is you are drafting with randoms, and when you're drafting with randoms, you are going to have your teammates pick some things that are going to make you want to jump off a bridge. And I don't know a way around that. It's just the truth. You're going to see your team draft some of the absolute worst drafts of all time. In some ways, maybe it just couldn't be in solo mode, because you will seriously lose your mind if you are drafting in this mode. But in general, I think it would be very healthy for the game if once you got into the higher levels of ranked, they had a draft mode inside the game. I just think that would be good. And now I have this, I'm sorry you can't see it well, but it's just two versions of Urshifu right here. So I've got the Urshifu Rapid Strike and the Urshifu with Single Strike. What this is meant to represent... Oh no, my tier list is completely insane. Hold on, everybody. Something happened. Who do I blame for this? I would probably have to blame myself. I fixed it. You have these two Urshifus right here. We have Rapid Strike and Single Strike, even though they're represented in a very weird way. I'm actually putting this up into my S tier, and what I'm talking about specifically is them re-releasing Urshifu. No, I'm kidding. What I'm talking about specifically is releasing Pokemon with new play like Urshifu, where you've got sort of two play styles in one, like Scizor and Scyther, like Pokemon that just have a level of variety that we don't see in the game yet. This, to me, is just to represent new, exciting things inside the game. Play styles that we don't yet have inside Pokemon Unite. An Eevee that transforms into all three of the first evolutions. Pokemon that just behave in a way that feels very much like the Pokemon mainline games and anime that they come from. And then at the same time, something wholly unique for Pokemon Unite. I'm very excited to see the future of it. I think without question, for all the complaints that you or I may have about Pokemon Unite at different times, one thing that people rarely complain about, and I think it's because they nail this, I really think this game nails this, they make these Pokemon fun to play, and they make them feel like that version of the Pokemon, if that makes sense. It feels like, yeah, this is Chandelure, and they nailed it. Or it feels like, yes, this is Blastoise. This is what Blastoise would do. I don't know why I'm like getting excited just thinking about playing Blastoise right now. But this is what Blastoise would do inside of a game. And I think Pokemon Unite, more than many other titles, absolutely nails this feeling inside the game. So I can't wait to see what else they bring out with different new Pokemon coming to the game. Let me know what you're most excited about in the comments. What do you think is going to be the coolest thing coming to Unite in the future? What around the anniversary has not been talked about that you would love to see? Please let me know. I plan on making a ton of videos around the anniversary as well. As always, like, comment, subscribe. Yeehaw to you and yours. I love you so much, and I'll see you all soon. We did it.